And here we go, okay? Joey, do you remember that last class we were learning about nature and environment, conservation projects? You remember?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so today we are going to continue learning about this, about languages, about animals, and pay attention because we are going to learn something that is very, very interesting. Okay? Today, Joey, let me share my whiteboard and let me explain you what we are going to learn. So here you go, okay? Okay, Joey, we are going to learn, we are going to talk about inventions or discoveries that were based on animals. Inventions based on animals. So, what is it? You tell me, Joey, based on animals.
Inventos basados en los animales.
Excellent. Can you believe inventions based on animals?
Mm, Ah, the fly, el avión,
The
the
plane.
plane. Yes,
Excellent.
teacher.
What else? A plane. Yeah, ¿qué más? What else?
The boat, bote,
Boat, boat.
boat, boat. Um, um, Maybe the subway, o por el tema de la rapidez, como una
Okay,
gacela, no sé, me invento.
maybe. Okay, excellent. Actually, there are many inventions that were based on animals, and this is really important to know, right? It is really important to know that nature has inspired many, many inventions. Okay, so super. Let's get ready to continue. Let's get ready to move on to the next one, okay? Now, think about next. Tell me, Joey, is there any invention? Okay, that was invention based on animals. Now, the question, let's think about inventions based on plants. Any idea? Inventions based on plants?
Mm, Inventos basados en plantas. I don't know, teacher.
No? Okay, have you ever heard about the next word? And you're gonna tell me if you know what is it. Velcro. What is Velcro? Don't remember?
Velcro. Mm, no, teacher.
Okay, so no worries, Joey, no worries, because in this moment we are going to do a reading activity and we are going to discover how this Velcro was inspired by plants. Okay, please, Joey, here you go. Let's get ready to start with the first activity. And we're
Ah,
gonna
la
start.
tela.
Yeah, this
Sí
one.
me sonaba como un tipo de tela el velcro, pero no pensaba que era eso mismo. Ok.
Okay, perfect, Joey. So you can read, please, you can read about Velcro and let's discover about them, okay?
Ya. In this series, Professor Leslie Cook takes a closer look at common objects which were invented by humans but inspired by nature. Professor Cook begins the program by talking about Velcro, a material we use every day on your shoes, clothes, purses, and bags. It was inspired by the hook and loop system that some plants use to move their seeds. In 1948, Swiss energy Swiss engineer Georges de Mestral was walking with his dog in the countryside when he noticed that the light sets from a plant were sticking to her doors. For he studied the plants more closely and saw how the hoods on the plant attached themselves to the loops and curves of an animal's foot. This gave him the idea of making Velcro.
Okay, so as you can see, this is what they talk about. In Spanish, especially in Ecuador, we know the name of these. How do you call these seeds? Do you remember these como los amores secos when you go walking in the
Sí,
park?
sí, las que pides los deseos.
Excelente, pero hay
Diente
una
de
que se te
león.
pega, ¿no? Yes. No sé si es el diente de león, pero hay otro que se te va pegando a la ropa, to the clothes.
Creo que es el diente de león, teacher.
Sí, el diente de león es el que solo le soplas,
El que le soplas, ajá.
ya, pero hay otro, creo que es parecido, igual que tú te vas caminando y se te pega así a la ropa, ¿no? Como el velcro. Yes.
Mm,
Okay, so super, Joey. This is the first part, the invention of Velcro that was invented and based on plants. Now pay attention because we are going to do a listening activity. And here, Joey, we have three pictures. We have three animals and three inventions. Can you please tell me which do you consider is the invention that was based on each animal? For example, a thorny dragon lizard, A, B, or C. What was the invention for this?
a thorny dragon lizard. I think a glass of water.
A glass of water. Okay, super. What about the spider? What was the invention inspired spider?
Leather a robot spider.
A robot spider. Excellent. And what about a typical seashell?
A typical seashell is leather B, a safety helmet.
Excellent, amazing. So, Joey, we are going to listen now and identify this part, okay? Remember, a thorny dragon lizard is related, it has relation with a glass of water, the spider to a robot spider, and the safety helmet to the typical seashell. Okay, Joey? So let's get ready now because we are going to listen and we are going to complete the next part, okay? Remember, each animal inspired an invention, but we need to discover the words to complete this. So go please, Joey, can you read? You can do it.
Yeah. One reptile, the thorny dragon lizard, can pull of water drown pipes isn't a glass of water. It has inspired the device which can. In number one sería a glass of water.
Ok, vamos a escucharlo. We're going to listen then, porque es un listening, ok? Yeah, es relacionado con water, pero no es exactly the same word. Okay? This will help people who live in varied environments. Okay, so Joey, this is a listening, so it is essential. Listen carefully, and as we listen, we have to complete the spaces. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Así que tu concentración, your focus on this activity, okay? Here you go.
Track 2.8.
I visited biologist Andrew Parker to find out more about how the natural world has inspired everyday objects. Andrew, hello. What's this little animal you've got here?
It's a thorny dragon lizard from the Australian desert. As you can see, it's quite small, about 20 centimetres long, but it's an amazing animal. You see, what I'm really interested in is what this little creature can teach us about collecting water.
OK.
So, as I said, this lizard lives in the desert in Australia, and as you know, it's an incredibly dry place. But this lizard manages to live there very successfully, and we've discovered one of the reasons for this. If the lizard puts a foot somewhere wet, even just a tiny, tiny bit wet, its skin pulls the water up and over its whole body. When the water reaches the lizard's mouth, it drinks it.
That's very clever.
Yes. On the lizard's skin, well, in fact, in the skin, we discovered there's like a system of very, very small pipes. So the skin collects the water and these pipes pull it towards the lizard's mouth.
That sounds really efficient.
Well, right, yeah. So, you see, we want to copy that system and use it in a device that collects water. If we are successful, the device will provide water for people who live in very dry environments.
That's fantastic. And what other ideas have we taken from nature?
Engineers are doing a
Okay, so you got it, Joey. Do you think you got the answer for the thorny dragon lizard?
Dicen,
¿Alguna idea, any idea?
o sea, yo creo que, bueno, creo que si no le estaba entendiendo mal, decía el señor algo como que dicen,
Okay,
no,
lizard, pero relacionado a la lizard, related to the lizard.
o sea, estaba hablando del Thorny Dragon Lizard, ah, ahí decía de dónde era, cuánto tiempo tenía de antigüedad.
Okay, yes. Vamos a escuchar again, okay? We're gonna listen again, pero quiero que nos enfoquemos cuando escuches estas palabras, these words.
Pipe,
Pipes, ajá, pipes.
pipes.
La otra que es device, which can. Ok, hay un verbo, there is a verb, y se relaciona justamente con el glass of water. And the next, this will help people who live in very environment, ok? Cuando escuches esas palabras, enfócate, focus, porque ahí va a estar, there you're gonna have the word that we need to write, ok? So here we go. Come on, Joey, let's get ready.
What's this little animal you've got here?
It's a thorny dragon lizard from the Australian desert. As you can see, it's quite small, about 20 centimetres long, but it's an amazing animal. You see, what I'm really interested in is what this little creature can teach us about collecting water.
OK.
So, as I said, this lizard lives in the desert in Australia, and as you know, it's an incredibly dry place. But this lizard manages to live there very successfully, and we've discovered one of the reasons for this. If the lizard puts a foot somewhere wet, even just a tiny, tiny bit wet, its skin pulls the water up and over its whole body. When the water reaches the lizard's mouth, it drinks it.
That's very clever.
Yes. On the lizard's skin, well, in fact, in the skin, we discovered there's like a system of very, very small pipes. So the skin collects the water and these pipes pull it towards the lizard's mouth.
Okay, so what is it, Joey? In its...
Ahí creo que decía algo como líder, algo pequeño.
Little, ya, sí lo dijo Dimension, pero Las pipes, ¿dónde están las pipes? Pipes son como tuberías, no pipes. ¿Dónde están las pipes? Where are the pipes?
Las tuberías están bajo la ciudad.
Exactly, pero en el caso de los Dragon Lizard, porque bueno, él hace una analogía de las pipes, pero realmente, ¿qué es lo que tiene? What is this? Ok, es una parte del cuerpo, a body part. Escuchemos de nuevo, ok, listen again, here we go.
In the skin and over its whole body. When the water reaches the lizard's mouth, it drinks it.
That's very clever.
Yes. On the lizard's skin, well, in fact, in the skin, we discovered there's like a system of very, very small pipes. So the skin collects the water and these pipes pull it towards the lizard's mouth.
That's
Okay, so in its
Ah, tal vez en las patitas.
skin, skin,
Skin.
right? En la piel, in its skin. Okay, Joey?
En la piel tiene las como tuberías.
Exactly. Bueno, suena un poquito raro, ¿no? Sounds kind of weird. Yes. Pero ¿para qué le ayudan estas tuberías, these pipes? Para
Puede ser para respirar, algo así como los anfibios con...
yes, pero no para respirar, sino con el agua, no with water. Water, take a look, goes through the pipes, se mueven, digamos, a través de estas tuberías of these pipes, until it reaches the mouth, hasta la boca, ¿ok? Es un sistema para can, igual es un verbo, listen again, vamos a escucharle nuevamente, ¿ok?
Pipes. So the skin collects the water.
Ya lo dijo, the skin
Poder.
listen again, ¿ok?
In the skin, we discovered there's like a system of very, very small pipes. So the skin collects the water.
Skin collects the...
Collects, excellent, collect water, ¿ok?
Coleccionan o guardan agua.
Recolectan, no collect.
Ok.
Collect.
Recolectan.
Recolectan agua, they collect water. And obviously, esa es la inspiración, that is the inspiration, okay? The skin can collect water, and this will help people who live in very, let's listen.
And these pipes pull it towards the lizard's mouth.
That sounds really efficient.
Well, right, yeah. So, you see, we want to copy that system and use it in a device that collects water. If we are successful, the device will provide water for people who live in very dry environments.
That's fantastic.
For people who live in very...
Sí, le escuché lo de people.
Environments, ¿sí escuchaste? Yes?
Sí, es lo último que dijo antes de people y como 3 palabritas después de people.
Ya, vamos a
Creo que dijo un
listen again.
número. No, ya.
Listen.
If we are successful, the device will provide water for people who live in very dry environments.
That's fantastic.
Invite.
Similar, but is dry. Okay, dry. In very dry environments, en ambientes muy secos, ¿no? In very dry environments. ¿Ok? Lo que ellos quieren hacer basándose en este Thorny Dragon Lizard es justamente un dispositivo que permita recolectar el agua, ¿no? Collect water. Yes? So what do you think about this invention, Joey?
Very interesting.
Okay.
Serviría para las sequías.
Exactly. There you go, right? Super useful, very, very useful for droughts.
Ajá.
Yes, amazing, Joey. Let's continue to the next, okay? Most spiders can move. Ahora la siguiente, you're going to read. Vamos a leer desde most spiders,
Yeah.
Joey, hasta spaces.
Yeah, most spiders can move and make themselves very small. This has inspired the invention of a Ahí debe ser robot Spider-Man. A spider robot, which will help people who are trapped in space. Trapped. What is trapped, teacher?
Trapped. For example, I am trapped.
Atrapar, de recolectar, no puede ser recolectar.
Atrapado, ¿no? Sí.
Atrapado.
Atrapado, trapped.
Get it.
Excellent. So you got it, okay? Ahora sí, remember, we need to pay attention. Siempre cuando tengamos estos ejercicios de listening and complete, presta atención a las palabras alrededor, okay? The words that are around, la que necesitas. For example, aquí es inspired of a robot. Y la otra es trapped. Trapped in spaces. Okay?
Okay.
Listo, here we go.
And what other ideas have we taken from nature?
Engineers are doing a lot with robots these days. For example, there's the rescue robot. It's just like a spider because it moves on 8 legs, and so it can move very quickly and make itself very small. So these rescue robots will be able to help people who are stuck in small spaces or who are trapped in buildings, for example, if there's an earthquake.
So they'll be able to help save lives.
Exactly. And then we're looking at seashells, which are very strong, but at the same time, they're very light. They don't weigh much at all. Scientists have discovered that seashells are made of lots of tiny blocks that fit together, but this makes them really hard to break. The plan is to copy this material to make safety equipment, such as gloves and helmets.
So this
Okay, so you tell me most spiders can move?
Amor. A ver, este señor dijo... pues
No, again, let's
moverse.
listen again. Vamos ahí, okay, focus, here we go.
There's the rescue robot in a device that collects water.
fantastic. And what other ideas have we taken from nature?
Engineers are doing a lot with robots these days. For example, there's the rescue robot. It's just like a spider because it moves on 8 legs, and so it can move very quickly and make itself very small. So these rescue robots will be able to help people who are stuck in small spaces or who are trapped in buildings, for example, if there's an earthquake.
So they'll be able to help save lives.
Exactly. And then we'll look
Okay, so most spiders can move
Very quickly.
quickly. Excellent, amazing, super.
Yeah.
This has inspired the invention of a...
Esa no la pude detectar, pero asumo que debe ser a Spider Robot.
Yeah, es un spider robot, pero no es la palabra, it's not the word.
Ya.
Yes. Sí, se relaciona con people who are trapped in spaces. ¿Cuál sería la deducción? What is the deduction?
A ver, se relaciona con un
People who are
robot
trapped.
un robot que atrapa.
Que ayuda, ¿no? Que ayuda a personas que están atrapadas. ¿Cómo se llamaría ese robot?
Chuta. Un robot que ayuda a personas atrapadas. No sé, me supongo que el robot saca latas o algo así en un choque, por ejemplo.
Yes.
Robot rescate.
Rescue. Yes, rescue robots.
Ya,
¿Sí lo
ya.
escuchaste o no? Vamos a escucharlo.
No le escuché, teacher.
Here we go.
Ya.
From nature.
Engineers are doing a lot with robots these days. For example, there's the rescue robot. It's just like a spider because it moves on 8 legs, and so it can move very quickly and make itself very small. So these rescue robots will be able to help people who are stuck in small spaces or who are trapped in buildings, for example, if there's an earthquake.
So they'll...
Okay, so rescue, right? Rescue robots. Rescue robots, robot de rescate, no rescue robot.
Ajá.
Okay, which will help people who are trapped in...
Dueling space.
Building space, excellent.
A
And
building.
building, yes.
Building. Yeah.
Excellent. Let's go with the last one with seashells. Can you read the last paragraph, Joey?
Yeah. Seashells are very unlike. This has inspired the production of material for safety, such as gloves and helmets.
Excellent. So, Joey, seashells are very light. This has inspired the production of material for safety, such as gloves. What is safety?
Seguridad.
Seguridad, okay? Escuchemos, let's listen. What is this about, okay?
Yeah.
Be able to help save lives.
Exactly. And then we're looking at seashells, which are very strong, but at the same time, they're very light. They don't weigh much at all. Scientists have discovered that seashells are made of lots of tiny blocks that fit together, but this makes them really hard to break. The plan is to copy this material to make safety equipment, such as gloves and helmets.
So this material will protect people like a shell protects a turtle.
That's right. And again, this could help save lives.
Okay, so you get it for seashells.
I think strong and light.
Excellent. Seashells are very strong and light.
Ya abajo sí no le tengo claro, teacher.
Okay, listen again, no worries. This has inspired the production of material for safety, such as gloves and helmets. Listen again.
But this makes them really hard to break. The plan is to copy this material to make safety equipment, such as gloves and helmets.
So this material...
What is it?
No le entendí, teacher.
Vamos de nuevo, one more time, no worries.
Shells are made of lots of tiny blocks that fit together, but this makes them really hard to break. The plan is to copy this material to make safety equipment, such as gloves and helmets.
To make
Equipment.
equip, you said it.
Ay, yo le escuché algo como equipment, algo así.
Equipment, excellent.
Sí,
Equipment, equipamiento, ¿no? Equipamiento, equipment. Equipment. Sí, ¿te suena la palabra, the word in Spanish, equipment, equipamiento?
yo creo que sería algo así como todo el equipo que, por ejemplo, el bombero tiene que tener para el trabajo, o sea, el casco, el traje especial, eso.
Exactly, that's the word, okay? Safety equipment, equipamiento, ¿no? Equipamiento de seguridad, such as gloves and helmets.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, Joey, out of the three, out of the thorny dragon lizard, out of the robot spider, or out of the safety helmet, which do you consider is the most useful invention of the three?
Los tres.
The three of them?
Sí. Pero a ver, creo que podría ser number one, Attorney Dragon Lizard.
Okay, do you consider this is very useful? Try to tell me in English, okay? Why do you consider this is the most useful?
Attorney Dragon Lizard because the invent is help, ayudará.
Will help.
Will help and any no recuerdo cómo es agricultores.
Yeah, for farmers, for agriculture.
Farmers, any farmers in the world a combatir no sé cómo se dice combatir o
To fight, fight.
fight. The fight the weather escasez.
Excellent.
Escape.
For example, in dry environments, or maybe you try to say the droughts, okay? What happened here in Ecuador that we talk? Drought. Sequía, ¿no es cierto? Maybe a drought. Excellent, amazing, Joey. So let's get ready to continue. Here we go to the next. Okay, now Joey, please pay attention. We are going to learn and remember about the zero and first conditional. Okay, you remember conditionals, right, Joey? Conditionals.
Sí que tienen alguna condición.
Excellent. And what is the main structure? Let me change my background so you can check it out. There is
The
a
movies, the programs, the animals, the inventors. If.
Excellent. You remember the condition if?
Sí me acuerdo de la condición if. Era algo como sí. Yo iría si tú vas a la fiesta, algo así.
Very good, okay? So you're very, very clear about that. Estamos super claros, Joey, about the conditional if. Okay, dame un segundito, just give me a second. Let me set the screen and we can see it, okay? Let me put you the screen over here and let's get ready to check the conditionals, okay? Here you go. Okay, sorry for the interruption, Joey. So we are going to check it out now, okay? So what happens if we mix and rev? ¿Qué pasa? What happens if we mix and rev? Yellow and red?
Si mezclamos amarillo con rojo, tenemos tomate.
Excellent, right? Tell me, Joey, is this something that only happens in Ecuador or is this something that may happen in Brazil, in the USA, in China?
Este ejemplo,
These examples,
in all the world.
Excellent, very good, all over the world. Let's continue to the next example, okay? Here you go. Tell me, Joey, what happens if you throw a ball in the air?
¿Qué pasa si lanzo una pelota al aire?
Yes, what happens?
O sea, en la imagen está como que si son como 4 pelotas, me regresan como 4.
The picture is just like the effect that goes down,
Ok.
right?
Ya, si lanzo una pelota al aire, pueda que la recupere como pueda de que no.
Pero the universal truth you remember about gravity? Do you remember the gravity law?
Claro, le lanzo y va a caer en algún sitio.
Excellent, right? If you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. Okay? Tell me, Joey, is this something that only happens in Ecuador, only happens in Colombia, in Peru?
In the word, teacher.
Excellent. Everywhere, at least in this planet, if you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. ¿Qué son estas? What are these? Vamos con la otra, the next one. Can you read the next example, Joey?
If you boil water, it turns into steam. Si yo pongo a hervir agua, obviamente se va a evaporar.
Excellent. Vapor, no into steam. Only in Ecuador.
All over the world, teacher.
All over the world. Okay, Joey. ¿Qué son estas? What are these, Joey? If we mix yellow and red, we get orange. If you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. If you boil water, it turns into steam.
Conditionals, teacher.
Conditional. Okay, this is first conditional. Also known as universal truths. Okay?
Universal truths.
Es decir, leyes o verdades universales, universal truths. Ok, por eso te preguntaba y aparecía crazy. Si es que solo en Ecuador, it only in Ecuador, is universal. Ok, universal. If you mix yellow and red, orange. If you throw a ball in the air, it falls down. If you boil water, it turns into steam. ¿Ok? Son leyes universales o hechos. También also we know them as facts. Hechos, no facts. ¿Ok? So,
Okay,
Joey,
teacher.
what do you think about this?
¿Qué
The first
pienso
condition.
acerca de las condiciones? Se dan.
¿Siempre, always, o solo a veces, or just sometimes?
No, always. They condition us all over the work.
Excellent, amazing, Joey. So it's a conditional that happens all over the world. Okay, ¿cuál es la regla? What is the rule for this? For the conditional, for the zero conditional? Yeah, remember, the condition is in present simple, and the result is also present simple. Okay, present simple, the condition, and the result is present simple too, okay? Yes, Joey?
Siempre, teacher.
Always, okay? La zero conditional, yo dije que era first conditional, no, este es zero conditional, ¿no? Zero conditional. Okay, so zero conditional, remember, the condition is present simple, the result is present simple. Okay?
Yeah, teacher. Okay.
Excellent. So, any question about this? Zero conditional?
Hay otras que no sean ni zero conditional. O sea que, sí, yeah.
Yes, exactly. Remember, el zero conditional, ¿para qué le podemos aplicar? We can apply solo para algo que siempre pasa, ¿no? For a universal truth.
Yeah.
Pero también, ¿te acuerdas que aprendimos el zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional? Yes. Hoy vamos a ver solo hasta el first, ¿ok? El second y el third le vamos a aprender en la siguiente clase, next class. Ok, so zero conditional is very clear, ¿no? Es algo que siempre pasa, something that always happens. In Ecuador, in China, in Colombia, in Brazil, everywhere around the world. Okay, zero conditional. And what is the difference with first conditional? Let's divide it over here, and let me put it over here now, the two screens. Okay, so join, let's get ready. And here you go, zero conditional versus first conditional. Okay, so let's identify. In the case of zero conditional, remember, las dos son present, ¿no es cierto? Both are present. Yes? For example, if it rains, si llueve, if it rains, ¿qué pasa? What happens, Joey?
Me mojo.
Excellent. I get wet. Yes, me mojo. If it rains, I get wet. ¿Qué es lo que pasa con el first conditional? In the first conditional, remember, la condición es presente, is present, pero el resultado, the result, is future. For example, Joey, if I don't study for the test, ¿qué me pasará? If I don't study for the test, what will happen?
Repruebo el examen.
Excellent. I will fail the year.
Six.
No solo el examen, bueno, pongámosle no tan extremos, ya solo el examen. I will fail the year, not the exam, not the year.
Yeah.
Okay? Remember, what is the difference? In the case of first conditional, the condition is in present. And the result, what is the tense for the result?
It's the future, teacher.
Future, okay? So the condition is present. The result, future. Yes, and in the zero conditional, ¿cómo es el tiempo? What are the tenses? The condition is?
Present.
And the result?
And the zero condition
Zero,
is present, and the result is present.
Present, okay? Excellent. Oh my gosh, Joy, se acabó la clase entonces. The class is over. Clarísimo, very, very clear.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Any question? ¿Alguna pregunta?
No, teacher.
Okay. So don't you forget that is something that you need to remember, okay? Zero conditional, first conditional, the grammar. Y el uso, what is the use? Y ya con eso finalizamos. We finish for today. What is the use for zero conditional?
The use is en cualquier condición. Es algo que siempre va a pasar.
¿Cómo se llama eso que siempre pasa?
Leyes, a ver, eran...
Sí, universal.
Universal rulers, universal
Excellent.
truths.
Excellent. Verdades o leyes universales, no universal truths. Ok, mientras que el first conditional, ¿cuál es el uso? What is the use of first conditional?
A ver si acaso es algo que si no hago voy a tener algún resultado por lo que no hice.
Probable future, ¿no? Es un futuro probable. ¿Qué más? What else?
Un futuro probable, un resultado futuro.
A probable future. También also ya vamos a ver que lo usamos para advertencias, warnings.
También. Ajá.
Yes, for promises, para promesas, futuras promises. Also for threats, un poquito fuerte, pero también para amenazas, for threats. Yes, for example, Joy, si no me pagas, if you don't pay me back.
Te pego.
Te pegaré, ¿no? Porque es futuro, es future.
Te
Yes.
pegaré. Ajá.
Excellent. So, probable future, warnings, promises, and threats. ¿Estamos? Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. So, Joey, thank you so much. Let me start